Need a charter bus for school trips, concerts, sporting events, or more? Call Suburban Transit, a Coach USA company. It's the official bus company of Princeton University Athletics and has offered the finest charter bus service available with safety, luxury, and reliability for over 50 years. New state-of-the-art buses will make your trip relaxing and enjoyable, so don't delay. To charter a bus, call Suburban Transit today, 800-222-0492, or visit online at suburbantransit.com. Suburban Transit, driven with pride.
Coming out and definitely guarding and respecting the opponent. Dartmouth coming off the big win. Last night we had a packed student section to our right. Tonight that section is literally empty. The students aren't here. It's lacking the atmosphere it had last night, so you have to manufacture that atmosphere if you're a player right now.
Ball in the air as the 6'9" Clive Whedon gets noticeably taller than the 6'11" Brendan Connolly and wins the tap to Jabari Trotter. Dartmouth ball front court left and trying to manufacture some of that oomph is indeed part of the task as Whedon hopping to the left block. It's bumped by Brendan Connolly. Takes a little bit of a flop on the end line and draws a foul on Big Brendan, who last night bodied well against the bigs of Harvard but was plagued by foul trouble and only played a shade over 10 minutes.
He did a great job last night talking about Brendan Connolly guarding Keith Wright inside, bodying him up, forcing him off the block, and then maintaining verticality inside. But Clive Whedon, a different look for the Dartmouth Big Green. He's a lefty, and he's a little bit more quick than Keith Wright and not as big.
First free throw for Whedon, line left, is good. He's only a 57% free throw shooter. Two dribbles, eyes the rim, deep knee bend, and the second shot is a missed front rim. Rebound, Ian Hummer. So the Tigers trail 1-zip. Only 15 seconds gone. We're just underway as Dan Mavridis brings it up left to right. Picks it up top of the key. They swing it left for Pat Saunders in front of the Dartmouth bench. Give to Connolly, spinning on a left foot pivot just off the elbow left. Davis dives basket. A give goes right to Mavridis. Ball screen left, Connolly. Mavridis rolling top of the key. Guarded in a man by R.J. Griffin. Picks it up. Looking. Bounce past Connolly right of the lane. Spins to face on Whedon. Now spins to back him in. Ball knocked loose by a help defender in Griffin. Picked up by Trotter. Big Green on the break. Nice bounce pass up ahead of Griffin left block, but he's sealed off by brilliant transition D from Connolly, and Dartmouth has to run the half court.
That was good transition D by Connolly, but on the other end, he's got to be stronger with the basketball. It's too easy for defenders to knock the basketball loose from him right now.
Left corner catch and shoot three for Griffin. Bounds off rim and then the top of the backboard out of bounds. Griffin embellished a bit on some contact after the shot as he dove to the floor left corner. No call. It's going to be Tiger ball. No pressure from Dartmouth, but they do show an escort for the ball carrier right at midcourt.
Tigers need to establish their game inside out in this basketball game. They've got the huge size advantage on Dartmouth.
1-0 Dartmouth, a minute gone. Mavridis outside left in the front court light. Front court right, up top to Ian Hummer. Left-hand dribble, hesitates, drives to the rim, left-handed lay-in, not there. Can't catch the loose ball, brief tie-up as it's ripped away by the better position David Ruffle for Dartmouth. Ruffle into the front court left for Dartmouth. Lob right of the lane, and Connolly over the back of Clive Whedon. Bats the ball loose, but commits a foul in the process. That's already his second, Noah, less than a minute and a half in. Enter McDarrow, who had some huge defensive and offensive minutes last night.
Right, you love McDarrow's intensity and body language last night. He knocked down the three. He was encouraging the fans to get behind the Tigers, and you love his defensive intensity as always. He really has that workman-like attitude inside.
Off the inbound, Ruffle flips it right wing for Trotter, guarded by Mavridis and a man. 1-0 Dartmouth, 90 seconds gone. High ball screen, rolling left Trotter, defended well by Darrow. Toss right, Ruffle, rhythm three is good. David Ruffle, the junior out of Warwick, Rhode Island, a 35% outside shooter, 4-0 Big Green.
Ruffle's a strong player, but he definitely has that feathery touch from the perimeter.
Douglas Davis has a similar touch as he bounce passes to Ian Hummer, well off the block right, drives down the lane, loses the handle as he forced it into a double, squirts far sideline, it goes out of bounds. Kirk Crecco dove at it and seemed to tap it out of play, but the sideline official, who was right upon it, says last touch to Pat Saunders, who was alongside him. It's going to be Dartmouth ball.
The fans not happy with that call, but again, it's a little bit of sloppiness and casualness with the basketball by the Princeton Tigers on these first few possessions.
Dartmouth very active hands defensively. Ruffle up top of the front court left, beats Saunders off dribble, running right-hander. Right of the lane is good as he banks it in, 6-0 Big Green.
Right now the Tigers look like they're in a daze and they're asleep in exactly what we keyed on before the game. They've got to bring the intensity.
It is a very silent crowd compared to the nearly 5,000 that packed this place last night. Hummer right corner, crossing over, loses the handle and goes down to one knee. Great defense by David Ruffle, showing surprising footwork there. Another turnover for the Tigers.
Right now, Ian Hummer is licking his shots when he gets the basketball because he feels like he has an offensive advantage. But the Tigers need to use a little bit more ball movement to get their players into spots that are advantageous for them before they attack.
Dartmouth, conversely, has been moving it rather well and dribble driving very well in one-on-ones. Up top, it's Griffin. Give onto the near left side, Jabari Trotter. Rolls out of the right wing, jump give near left side for Crecco. Hesitates on an open three, tosses to the corner left Griffin. Return up the wing for Crecco. Dribbling to his right, beats Saunders off dribble right of the lane. Spinning fall-away jumper is good with 1 second on the shot clock. 8-0 Dartmouth, 3 minutes in.
And Crecco with an unbelievable maneuver that time, driving to his right, stops on a dime, and then pivoted all the way back almost 360 degrees over his right shoulder. That's a Dwayne Wade move inside.
Saunders left block backing in. Jump give to Darrow. Nice touchdown low Hummer. Hard drop step and goes strong left hand to finish on the block. That's the Tigers' second field goal attempt. Their first make. It's 8-2.
Right, and that started off of a good post-entry feed. Dartmouth brought the double. They were able to kick the basketball out, and the ball moved side to side. So definitely a different look on offense, and they got a nice score.
Clive Whedon, 1-on-1 with Darrow, right block. Darrow knocks the ball loose. Whedon to the deck, pokes it free out of the wing where it's stolen by Douglas Davis. In transition with a couple of big green players, goes to the rim, gets hit and fouled by David Ruffle. That's going to be a couple of free throws for Double D. 16-14 to go. First half, 8-2. Dartmouth has the lead, but Davis only needs 22 points tonight, Noah, to get to 1,000 on his career, as he seems to be shaking that shooting hand.
It looks like he got swiped a little bit underneath that time by David Ruffle. But again, what we've seen, not only on offense, you know that you're going to get that from Doug Davis, but the maybe last 5 or 6 games, we've seen him with the active hands, getting steals on the basketball and coming up with loose balls, starting the fast break.
First free throw, though, was a miss. Foul to Ruffle, his first, team's first. Saunders out, Kareem Maddox in off the bench. Davis, 76% at the stripe this year, had 3 steals in the ball game last night, but only had 8 points. Second free throw is a make, so the Tigers trail 8-3 with 16-12 and rolling here in the first half as Dartmouth brings it up right to left.
Looks like Kareem Maddox is a little bit irritated. Look for him to take control, leading on offense and defense.
Trotter fall away left elbow, bounces in. A couple of friendly bounds on the iron. 10-3 Dartmouth. And the Tigers still in a little bit of a lethargic funk. Hangover from Harvard, it would appear. Mavrides outside left, ball above his head, feed to Hummer, down low, forced pass across the grain of the lane, intended for Darrow, tipped out of bounds by Whedon, timeout on the floor. It will be Tiger ball, 22 to shoot when we come back. 15:43 remaining first half. Princeton trailing Dartmouth, 10-3 from Delegate Sports. Tigers every day to over 45 destinations along the East Coast. Book today, Amtrak.com, call 800-USA Rail. Princeton basketball, front court right, tip out of bounds, prompt to the media, 22 to shoot, bounce pass entry, Mac Darrow in the corner right. 10-3, Dartmouth has the lead, 15:40 remaining here in the first half. Mac Darrow on the wing right, lob down low to Maddox, draws a double, feeds Mavrides on the wing, head fake from 3. Give to Darrow, left wing, force inside, and a turnaround shot there for Ian Hummer off the mark, gets the rebound, putback rolls out, tipped by Maddox, secures the rebound, a putback try partially blocked by Dartmouth mid-lane, secured in the corner by Griffin, who gets knocked over by Douglas Davis, no call, but he's able to shovel it forward, and Dartmouth maintains possession.
Ian Hummer missing a couple bunnies inside that just kind of rolled out of the rim that time, and then Doug Davis, the first time he's ever been able to push anybody over in his life, so a lot of excitement down there on that defensive end.
Miscommunication on a defensive switch by the Tigers results in Kirk Crecco rolling into an open jumper, right corner just inside the arc, makes it 12-3 Dartmouth. Tigers still with just 1 field goal make. We're more than 5 minutes in. Mavrides pinned in the corner right. Dangerous pass finds Douglas Davis. Mid-lane pull-up jumper is good. Double D has 3 of Princeton's 5 points. It's 12-5.
You can tell that Double D wants to get involved. He's always that pressure release for Princeton. Whenever it seems like they haven't gotten a bucket in a while, he's always able to knock down a shot and kind of have his teammates relax a little bit on the offensive end.
Mavrides gets away with some handsy moves against Crecco on the wing. Davis, though, gets a clean steal top of the key and then draws a foul as he stripped it away from R.J. Griffin, who will be charged with his first, team second.
Doug Davis anticipated R.J. Griffin's bounce pass and was able to steal another basketball from the ball handler. That's what we're talking about, the improvement of Doug Davis on the defensive end, staying in front of his man, but also manufacturing steals and turnovers.
And doing it, indeed, a lot more on ball. We've always seen the help side, but now we're seeing him take his primary man. Maddox, backdoor from Mac Darrow. Reverse leg and right hand, good, 12-7.
Mac Darrow is allowing the rest of his teammates to play so well. 2 possessions ago, he kicked it out after getting into the post, and that time a great backdoor feed to Kareem Maddox underneath.
Dartmouth ball, front court left. The Tigers noticeably extending man pressure. Head fake on the wing right by Trotter. Drives down the lane. Loses the handle for a moment. Regains, nearly travels. Kick out, reset. Free throw line, Whedon. Bowling in on Darrow. Travels. Took a good 4 hard steps. There was a late whistle for the walk. 13:46 or 56 rather to go. First half, Tiger ball down 5, 12-7.
Again, that was Mac Darrow, who's playing at such a high level. He knows the scouting report that time on Clive Whedon, played it perfectly, moved his feet, and forced a turnover.
Tigers into the front court right. Princeton in black, Dartmouth in white. Tigers enter at 15-4, 3-0 in the Ivies. Darrow pass from the top of the key, knocked high in the air by Whedon, bounds over the far end line out of bounds. 20 to shoot. Dartmouth, conversely, 5-14, tied for 6th place in the Ivy League at 1-4. The one win against the last place defending champs, the Cornell Big Red. Mavrades bounce pass immediately under the rim to Hummer, who banks it in, plus a foul. Asleep at the wheel went the Big Green. It was the duo of Crecco and Whedon, two of the guys with a little bit of size for this Dartmouth unit, that gave Hummer prime position.
And it was Ruffle who actually got sealed off. In addition, inside, the junior just kind of got duped by Ian Hummer, who was able to use his backside. He acted like he was setting a cross screen, then pulled a drop step maneuver and sealed him off for the layup and got fouled from behind.
So Hummer for the end one free throw. He was 3 of 4 at the stripe last night, including the two biggies that iced it with 4.8 seconds left. He hits it. The foul indeed goes to Ruffle. That's his second, team's third, so Ruffle goes to the bench. He's a 6'4 man who started at power forward tonight. His replacement is Bimo Gogamu, very athletic, 6'6", 205 sophomore with minimal production. 20 on the timer, top of the key, R.J. Griffin to the front court left for Dartmouth. They work at corner left for Gogamu. One-handed give up top for Crecco. Head fake drives automatics, running right-hander, banks it in. Used the only angle he could have against the length and athleticism of Maddox, 14-10.
That was the second really, really impressive move by Kirk Crecco. First with the fadeaway, and that time with the teardrop skyhook off glass.
Hummer wants it, gets it on the bounce from Darrow. Double team, pass out, knocked down by Dartmouth, collected by Hummer. Saved to Davis. Tiger ball 18 and rolling on the timer. Mavrades left wing crossing over on his man defender. Bounce pass to Maddox. Back angle to the basket. Give right Darrow. Quick bounce down low Hummer. Backing in. Turnaround hook left hand is good. The quickness sliding past Crecco. It's a 2-point tilt.
Ian Hummer that time. Now he's starting to feel it. Drop step into the paint. Lefty jump hook and a little bit of extracurricular activity after the basket.
He does like to provide that, which many of the fans do enjoy. Crecco, bounce pass on the wing, anticipated by Davis, knocked down. Diving Crecco saves it, tie-up as Mavrades locks horns with Whedon on the floor, and a late whistle for a jump ball. The arrow goes to the Tigers. 12:20 to go, first half, and now Princeton has a chance to tie or perhaps take its first lead on this night.
Is it possible to be in the zone on defense? I think that Doug Davis is right now. He's getting his hand on everything, and that time great hustle by Dan Mavrades to get on the back of Clive Whedon and tie him up. And Clive Whedon took a little bit of exception there. That can be just the type of play that'll wake you up.
Right corner, Mavrades, open three, rim glass it in! The friendly kiss on the dish from Mac Darrow. The Tigers' first lead at 15-14. They're on a 12-2 run.
I think it's almost getting to the point with the Tigers that opposing coaches, part of the scouting report might be, well, you're going to get up 10 or 15, but they're going to come back. It's like we're just getting used to them doing this.
These Tigers are a resilient bunch, and their pluckiness, their teamwork is contagious. Trotter out of the right wing for Gogamu. Into the corner right for Crecco. Nice head fake. Stride left. Long shot rims out. Rebound to Dartmouth. And a foul with the bucket for Gogamu. It was tapped by his teammate in Whedon. He was his second. And Dartmouth's fifth. So Dartmouth has 5 fouls, but 2 men at 2 apiece. Griffin and Ruffle, 2 starters. It's a Tiger entry front court right. Full 35 of the timer. Mavrades head fake in the left corner off the entry. 31-25. Princeton leads visiting Dartmouth. 5:35 in a rolling first half. Mavrades bounce pass to Davis in rhythm. Long 2 up high. Off rim miss. Tipped by Saunders. Jumping out of bounds. Saves it with one hand. No. Was out of play when he first made contact with the basketball as he tried to whip it in baseball style. It's Dartmouth possession. John Sadak, Noah Savage courtside, and here comes the Big Green. Tigers had been in a 2-3 zone. They show full court man now back into what appears to be a zone again, Noah.
And what they were doing and what they're probably going to do this possession is they're showing 2-3 zone for about 10 seconds of the shot clock, and then they're picking up the closest man in their area and switching to man.
Clive Whedon powering in against Saunders' left block. A leaning shot is good. 31-27 Tigers.
Seems like Pat Saunders is so cognizant of the fact that he's been in foul trouble that he's playing a little bit timid on the defensive end.
Hummer outside right. Bounce pass down low. Mavrades had inside position on Griffin. Spin, shoots. A banker right hand off glass miss. Saved by Saunders. Up top Darrow. Quick release 3. Got it! Darrow going double from downtown. His second 3 of the game. Tigers by a game best 7.
This is the most confident we've ever seen Mac Darrow play. As soon as he's open, you can see his eyes widen, and he loves firing up those three-pointers, and he's holding the follow-through with confidence.
He's usually one of the first Tigers to the pregame floor to get that shooting in before the contest. He was out there tonight. Steal by Dan Mavrides, picking off a Ruffle jump pass mid-lane. Other end in transition, a lay-in waved off for a travel. Mavrides took steps. He gripes, but I believe they got the right call there, Noah, as Ben Hazel and Kareem Maddox return. Hummer and Davis go bench.
Well, they got the right call, but that time Dan needed to just explode to his right. Instead, he crossed over 3 times as he went up the court and then tried a Euro step, really reinventing the wheel when the move was just to blow by the defender he had on his hip.
Dartmouth ball, front court left. Big Green trying to post Whedon. Mid lane. They reverse the ball right side to Trotter. Touch into the corner for Ruffle, playing with a couple of fouls. Establishes left-hand dribble. Chest pass up top for Griffin. Fake left, give right. Tigers showing 2-3 zone. 34-27 Princeton. 4:05 to go in the first. Crecco top of the key, circling to his right. Handoff and screen for Trotter. Defended well by the freshman Hazel. Bounce pass Whedon. Spins to face on the elbow. Doesn't take the open J. Bounce pass Trotter. 3 to shoot. Circling up high. A desperation heave of the shot clock horn. Back rim miss. Rebound Whedon. Goes strong and gets fouled by Pat Saunders. And that possession was done as soon as Whedon had the inside step on Saunders. Timeout on the floor. 3:48 to go here in the first. Princeton 34, Dartmouth 27 from Delegate Sports. Tiger basketball, 103.3 WPRB.
Hey, all you Tiger fans, Acme Nissan in South Brunswick has Central Jersey's best selection of new and pre-owned Nissans. Whether you're a freshman looking for a first...
Starts at 4:30 p.m. and will offer participants the chance to learn the fundamentals of a variety of sports, including lacrosse, crew, field hockey, volleyball, and golf, from Princeton student athletes and coaches. Princeton celebration of the event, one of hundreds at schools across the country, presented by Tyco International, MVP Images, Robert Wood Johnson Health System, and Performance Spine and Sports Medicine. Foul prompt to the media to the Tigers' Pat Saunders, his first team sport. Line left shooting a couple is Clive Whedon, only a 57% free throw shooter entering the night. He hits the first, 3:48 to go in the opening half, 34-28 Princeton.
And Clive Whedon should make the unofficial all jazz musician named teams. Seems like he should be playing saxophone in New Orleans right now. Clive Whedon on the saxophone.
Second free throw is a miss. Rebound goes to Dan Mavrides and the Tigers. Well, Dartmouth does have a connection to saxophonists, although that man is not on this journey. Hazel controls outside right. Couple of jab steps sealed off on an inline drive by R.J. Griffin. One of the men who did not make the journey, James Herring, who was injured in practice. His dad, Vincent, is an accomplished jazz sax player and has recorded 15 CDs. Davis mid lane, a running right-hander rejected hard by Trotter. Picked up by Hazel, top of the key. Float out of the right block for Maddox. Spinning fall away with one of a timer. Off rim miss. Rebound Whedon. Dartmouth ball, 3:10 to go in the first. 34-28 Tigers.
Helter-skelter possession that last time for the Tigers.
Outside right, open three for Crecco, doesn't take it. Head fake, leans and pushes off Hummer. Now leaves the ball up top for Trotter. 1-on-1 with Hazel, Tigers in the man. Running right-hander out of the lane, waved off, whistle and foul on the floor first. Looks like this will go on Hazel, which would be his first.
Jabari Trotter plays with a ton of confidence. He's only probably realistically about 5'10", 5'11", and he has crafty ways of getting shots off the dribble, fading, coming off of ball screens hard, and that time using an in-and-out dribble move to get to his spot and force the foul against Ben Hazel.
And Trotter had a huge three-point play in the win at Princeton a couple of years ago. Got the team to within 1 point with less than 5 minutes left, and that was a big spark play. Drive to the rim, off balance, leaning right-hander by Crecco, off last miss, rebound Princeton. Mavrides ahead man of Kareem Maddox, falling out of bounds, blind pass back to midcourt, stolen by Crecco. Crecco driving left of the lane, jump give out of the right wing for Trotter. Head fake from 3, step inside, up top calling for it, Ruffle. He'll pop a 3 and sink it. 2:34 to go first half. 5 fouls aside, but it's now a 3-point game, 34-31 Tigers.
Right now, Princeton lacking the attention to detail and the discipline on both the offensive and defensive end. Another careless turnover last time.
Maddox down the lane, forced to scoop the ball right-handed. Whedon met him midair with a granite shoulder, but he can't finish it short. Taken in by the Big Green. Underneath the rim at the other end, Griffin. Jump give up top, all day 3. Off the mark for David Ruffle as it rims out. And then a loose ball foul underneath against the Big Green and Clive Whedon as he was trying to shove Kareem Maddox.
That time David Ruffle caught it, and the closest Tiger was probably 10 or 11 feet away, and he still threw the head fake, so it looked like he wasn't ready to shoot the basketball. And it's always hard to knock down a shot that you've just faked.
Clive Whedon charged with his first, team 6th. As Dartmouth shows 2-3 zone, Tigers going to the front court right. Hazel outside right against that pressure. Plays catch with Mavrides on the right wing. Mavrides given the 3. He'll take it. A miss front rim on the right wing. Long rebound. Trotter free throw line. He'll slow it down. Under 2 to go in the first. 34-31 Princeton.
I don't think Coach Johnson was particularly happy with that Dan Mavrides 3. It was a little bit deep and a little bit early in the shot clocks.
Up top, Ruffle playing with 2 fouls as a team best 10 for Dartmouth. Left wing Crecco off balance, leaning left-hander on the left end line. Good as it rolls in. Friendly roll from the iron plus a foul. Chance for an and one free throw. That could tie the game up as the foul goes to Ben Hazel. Uncharacteristic for Hazel, who's normally not very foul prone. It's already his second, team 6th.
Right, Hazel's a great defender, and he's a great at defending because he's got such quick feet and such good lateral movement. That time it looked like he was a little bit out of position. And credit Crecco for being so crafty with the dribble. He's the type of player who uses his body, gets low, gets head and shoulders past the defender, and once he gets a quarter step, he's able to force fouls and get off shots.
And the free throw for Crecco, a 76% shooter, is good to tie the game. Douglas Davis returns. Surprisingly, it's Mavrades who goes bench, so Hazel will stay in with 2 fouls. Dartmouth subs out Ruffle with a couple of fouls. And we'll put in Gogamu. So this is an opportunity for the Tigers to go on a little bit of a run here, granted the personnel.
Well, Mavrades really not taking care of the basketball that well right now in the first half. He threw the lead pass in front of Kareem Maddox that led to a turnover. Had a couple errant shots that were a little bit early in the clock, so Coach Johnson wants to just settle him down heading into halftime.
20 to shoot, 1:18 to go on this opening half. Tied at 34 are Princeton and Dartmouth. Left wing Hazel all day, lefty 3, off rim miss. Weak side block rebound goes to Gogamu. Pass up to midcourt, Griffin nearly travels thanks to Douglas Davis D'ing him up right from behind, but Big Green will settle in the half court.
Right now the Tiger faithful are getting a little bit restless, and they're imploring the Tigers to play hard on defense and get a stop right now.
Tigers at a man-to-man, near left side, Crecco. One-on-one against Hazel, who hedges a bit, fielding a screen coming from Whedon. Pass goes into the corner left for Gogamu. Defended well in space by Darrow. Whedon on a switch, picked up by Darrow. Maddox on Gogamu. Up top, Trotter, 7 to shoot, 40 seconds to go in the half. High ball screen, roll left, defended by Darrow. Trotter, give up top. 3 on the way for Griffin, just off in time, but it goes off rim miss. Rebound Hummer. Tigers on the run, 3-on-3 break. Hummer picks it up, feeds left corner Davis for 3, make it a long 2. It's an air ball, uncharacteristic air ball for Davis into the hands of Trotter. Dartmouth ball, 19 seconds remaining. No use it or lose it for the Big Green.
Right there, not a good shot by Doug Davis. Firing up a 3-pointer. Yes, he's a great shooter and he's feeling it, but 30 seconds left to go.